So the problem I have with the Apple AirPods Pro 3 is that for my money, they've got the best noise cancellation and overall sound you can get in something this small. It's amazing, really, if you think about it. Yes, bigger headphones like the Sony WH-1000s and the Apple AirPods Max, they still exist and they sound a bit better, but the difference isn't as stark as it would have been in the past. And this smaller form factor makes them so easy to take with you everywhere, almost to a fault. And that's what I love and also have a problem with. Great noise cancellation, balanced sound for most genres, heart rate sensor now to pair with your phone for activities, IP57 level protection and battery life of up to 24 hours with the case make it so tempting to have it with you all the time. Now, live translation was a bit fidgety for me and didn't work at first, but once it was straightened out, it's just another reason to have it with you all the time. But see, all that convenience does come with a cost, because there's a quiet temptation to always have them in your ears. And with transparency mode getting better, it's becoming more and more popular for people to basically live with their ears permanently plugged into something. It kind of reminds me of the issue I have with AR versus VR. Being completely immersed in virtual reality, I'm fine with. But when a digital signal starts to tweak with reality, like the case with augmented reality, that's where I get a little uncomfortable. And the same comparison can be made for noise cancellation in transparency mode. When I'm out on runs with transparency mode on, I can hear the birds in the river close by, but they just sound a little off. And that to me feels weird. Now I know the use case for most people is you're out at a store and you need to talk to someone real quick, maybe you hear an announcement. But whether it's birds or a person's voice, what we're hearing in transparency mode is what the mic on our device picked up and is sending back to our ears. It's a digitized version of it, not unlike the creepy eyes of the Apple Vision. So because of that, I think many of us are now on a very slippery slope of constant sound. The problem is, just like all other tech, it can snowball. And what starts as a way to solve a real problem, like block noise and deliver good music playback, slowly becomes a bad habit to always fill silence with something. We've got music and podcasts and calls from friends. Even when we're not overwhelmed now, we still reach for sound, and what ends up happening is we overwhelm ourselves more despite the original intent to cut down on it. So AirPods Pro 3 are incredible earphones, and that's something to appreciate from a tech perspective. But like all good tools, they need balance. Used too much, they don't just block distraction, but they start replacing the silence we actually need, because in fact, silence does have a sound. And it's worth listening to. All right, well, thanks for listening to me, and as always, charge less and run more. See you.